This video will demonstrate how to use bad debt processing to identify possible bad debts and to process a debt write-off. Your housing board will need to approve all qualified accounts for write-offs before being able to process them in HDSWin. For an account to be qualified, it must be a vacated tenant with an AR balance, no repay balance, and all of the equity columns must have a zero ending balance. Debts that are written off in HDSWin do not go away. They are instead transferred from their current program into the bad debt program. This program is designed to track those debts separately. These debts will still be identifiable when searching for a tenant's name in case they come back down the road looking for assistance. You are also able to accept payments on a bad debt account if you end up receiving payments after being written off. To start, go to Tenant Accounting and Bad Debt Processing. In Bad Debt Processing, there are 3 tabs across the top of the screen. We always start with the middle tab, Report of Potential Bad Debt. This report is designed to identify vacated accounts that are not yet inactive. Select a program and project and click Output. This report is showing us a list of all of those vacated accounts that are not yet inactive. It displays basic account information along with balances and has a column that shows if this account is currently qualified for bad debt write-off. As we can see, the first account on this report does not have an AR balance and still has deposits. So although this account is not a bad debt, we still want to make note of this account and go back and deal with these deposits later. Same with the next 2 accounts and the last account. They have deposits that may possibly need to be applied to their AR balance and have the remaining refunded to them, unless there are damages to the unit that are not yet charged. But accounts 4 and 5 in the list do qualify. It is important to run this report first, looking at both qualified and non-qualified, because you may identify accounts that truly have a debt but just need a bit of cleanup first before qualifying. Once all of the accounts that should be written off show as qualified, you can print a copy of this report showing only the qualified accounts. This report is perfect for taking to your board meeting to request approval for the debt write-off. As you can see, it now shows only the 2 qualified accounts for this program. Once you get board approval, you will use the first tab, Transfer Accounts to Bad Debt, to process the actual write-off. Select the program and click Get Tenants. This will now bring up a list of all accounts that qualify for write-off. Select each account that the board approved and then type in a resolution number. If the board does not do resolutions for debt write-off, then type in the date of the board approval, as something is needed in this field. Click Report to get a printout of the accounts that you are writing off. It is important, if you want this report in this format, that you print it now before doing the transfer. Once ready, click Transfer and Yes. You will get the message letting you know the transfer to bad debt is complete. The tenant's original accounts will now have a $0 balance, and instead they will have a new account in the bad debt program containing their write-off balance. The third tab, Add Old Accounts to Bad Debt, is one to be very careful with. This section allows you to add in bad debt accounts from ones that were previously written off and were never in HDS. This section is a completely manual way to create a bad debt account, and is extremely important that you do not do this for any accounts that are in HDS already, or you will end up with duplicate accounts. It is helpful to add these old accounts that were never in HDS in case a tenant comes back looking for assistance. Then their bad debt account will come up when you do a search for their name. To start, select a person from the list. The list contains all applicant or tenant names that have been added into HDS. If the tenant you need is not in the list, go to Applicant menu, Applicant Tenant File, and click Add Applicant to get their name into the system first. Then select a program, project, and unit. And enter a move-in date and move-out date. And then add in the write-off amount. Once everything has been entered, click Add to Bad Debt to add this account. Confirm, and then you'll get a message to let us know that this account has been created.